Okay, so on Twitter, there is a debate where people are saying that Power is better than The Wire. I don't know why we're doing this. Now, I get it. If you're a young person, you grew up watching Power, and you heard all these great stories about The Wire, and you watch The Wire, it's like, oh, yeah, it's cool, but I love Power. That's fine. Every young person got their show that they like. I mean, like right now, you got Grownish, and Grownish is a really good show. But for me, Different World is really better. But Grownish is a good show if you're a millennial or you're a young kid watching that show. So I totally understand that. But this Power and The Wire thing is kind of funny. Power is a really good show. I mean, I got on it late. My dad was watching it. He was like a big fan of it. But it's a good show. You know, it's almost like a Cain and Abel type show, so it's good. From a soap opera-ish type of hoodish, type of, new money type of thing. It's really cool. But compared to The Wire, like the Wire is a document. The Wire is a sociological project. The Wire is a documentation of how life is in Baltimore and urban cities across the country. I mean, they covered journalism, they covered politics, they covered shipping, European shipping, how that's involved, mass incarceration. And this is all in the 2000s. I mean, these are topics that still be talked about today. But The Wire covered every season. They covered like a major topic, how all these influences, journalism, politics, mass incarceration, education, parenting, how all that stuff stews into how these guys end up selling drugs and how they end up going to jail, getting killed, try to turn their lives around, they get stuck, how the political game is just as dirty as the drug game. Like, it's just how in the education system, how one kid is pushed ahead and one kid is pushed behind, how some kids are forgotten. It's like, it was rich and it continues to be rich. While Power, because I'm a soap opera guy, so Power is fantastic because you had the relationship between Ghost and Tommy. And I always tell people, if you look at Ghost and Tommy, if Power was a soap opera, if The Wire was a soap opera, it would basically be Avon Barksdale and Stringer Bell. They would be the Cain and Abel. If The Wire was a soap opera show, it would be Avon and Stringer for the whole time. They wouldn't focus on anybody else. They would just focus on those two and how their lives would have navigated. So that's basically would be Power, right? So I mean, Power is basically the little brothers of Avon and Stringer, with Ghost and Tommy, which is perfectly fine. But y'all gotta stop comparing the show. It's like, you can't compare it, man. That's like, you just can't. It's like comparing New Dynasty to Old Dynasty. New Dynasty might actually have storylines that's a lot more cohesive than Old Dynasty, because sometimes Old Dynasty got kind of wild. But you can't, for the time span, for the culture, like, you can't compare it to Old Dynasty. Same thing with Grey's Anatomy versus ER. Grey's Anatomy is tremendous, right? It is a fun, good show. But if you look what ER did back in the 90s, with the storylines they were doing and the film work they were doing back then, it's no comparison between Grey's Anatomy and ER. So good shows, they're just different, but one is always stylistically, storyline wise, one is always better, and that's the case with Power and The Wire. Tell me what you think. Which show is better, Power or The Wire? Like and subscribe. My name is Kevin Lockett. See you next time.